Hi guys! Today was our 6th class of Ayurveda and we talked really in depth about the lifestyle choices for each of the 3 doshas, particularly the right food choices. So Vattas really want to favor warm environments, warm colors, and particularly foods that are going to warm them, lubricate them, and ground them. So nuts and seeds are fantastic choices because they're quite oily and heating. Really good quality oils are great for Vata, good quality fats, so butter and ghee, olive oil, sesame oil is fantastic. People who are Vata want to favor the sweet, salty, and sour tastes because those are, sweet is cooling, but salty and sour are quite heating, and all 3 of them are very grounding. They want to favor vegetables that are cooked. That's a biggie. They're going to digest cooked food a lot easier than raw. They also want to stay away from cruciferous vegetables unless they're quite well cooked because they can produce a lot of gas. Root vegetables are fantastic choices for Vata. Root vegetables are warming, they're heavy, and beans and legumes are a great source of clean plant protein. However, they can be a little bit gas forming, so a great practice to get into is to soak your beans and legumes for a few hours overnight. Even 20 minutes is going to make a difference. And when you're cooking them, when they start to boil, you'll notice there's a white foam that starts to gather on the surface. Just take a spoon or a ladle and scrape off that white foam and throw it out. And that's the Vata, that's the air that's forming on the water. So you can get rid of that and it'll make it easier to digest. Pittas want to favor cooling environments that are calm. Moderation is really the key for Pitta. Pitta people can be very ambitious, go, 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 type A, dead set in one direction, and moderation is really what's going to balance them, taking a breather, taking a break, taking it easy, and to favor foods that are more cooling. So they actually do really well with raw vegetables, and all kinds of vegetables are great for Pitta. They want to be careful with too many nuts and seeds and oils because they can be heating, and Pittas are already quite oily. So coconut oil is a great oil for Pitta to use because it's quite cooling. And Pittas also really want to favor sweet, juicy fruits because they're so sweet and cooling. They want to stay away from the sour fruits. And Kaphas, they want to be careful about eating when they're emotional and emotional eating. Kapha people can have a tendency toward doing that more so than the other doshas, even though we can all have a tendency to do that. People who have a predominant kapha dosha want to favor foods that are the opposite of cold and heavy because these are the predominant qualities of kapha. So you want to do what's opposite. So they want to eat more pungent foods that are fiery and that are going to spark up their digestive system, that are going to stimulate them, and also bitter and astringent because these are very light. So they want to favor, they can do pretty well with all vegetables except things like potatoes, water chestnuts, and tomatoes. They definitely want to stay away from the sweet fruits, go toward more astringent. So cranberries are astringent, pomegranates are astringent, and they also want to favor grains that are heating, like buckwheat, millet is quite heating, quinoa is a good choice for them. Kapha people definitely want to stay away from nuts and seeds because they're very oily, and kapha is already quite oily, and also want to be very, very careful about the kinds of oil that they use. Definitely don't use coconut oil because it's really cooling and oily. Yeah, so these are some of the getting a little more in depth about particular foods for each dosha to eat. Thanks for watching.